to start downstairs. Not a huge amount going on down here that it wasn't related to finishing up the rough-in plumbing and electrical upstairs. Probably the biggest thing, and one I'm very happy about, is this is the hot water heater, and it now works. Hot water, cool invention, gotta love it. And it's a tankless hot water heater. So basically it heats water on demand. Natural gas seems to work fairly well. I've had it for less than 24 hours. So too early to have a detailed review, but everything I've heard about them is they work very well if they're natural gas. I think I've gone on about that before, so we'll call it good and head on upstairs. Up the stairs, Marley. You know how to go upstairs. She kind of tripped. Okay. So probably the biggest change is the insulation is done. With the exception of the ceiling here in the kitchen slash living room area. That will happen after the drywall is installed. And the drywall is actually scheduled to be installed this coming week. So once the drywall is in on the ceiling, the insulation will be put in up there. It'll be blow in. I believe it's going to be going to 17 inches, so R49. That's why those things here are there, is so that when they start blowing in the insulation, they can see what level it's going to. Let's see, other stuff that's changed up here. Oh, Marley, having a fun time. The sink is now moved, well, the hookups for the sink have moved 3 times. You can see there, and here is the final position. So at first there was some debate about where the counter would be, whether it would kind of line up here or be a little bit more this way. But it was decided to line it up with that line. Then, well, let's see, is the mountain visible? It's kind of visible. Well, that's the problem though. It's not really visible from here. So let's do a little zooming here. Yeah. So this is where it was going to be the last time I shot a video. And there's this big, window division in the way. Not good, not good. So the decision was made to move it a couple of feet this way. And if we then zoom in and adjust the brightness, yeah, you can see the mountain is centered in the window. So yeah, that was a pretty easy decision to make. A few more bucks, unfortunately, to move the piping again. But this was the time to do it. I wanted it to be right. Uh-oh, where'd Marley go? Just a sec. What were you doing? I know you, yeah. All right, let's see. Let's go back over to the kitchen and talk about the final layout. I'm pretty sure at this point that things are not going to change. So here you can kind of see it. Zoom in a little bit. This is the outline of where the kitchen counters will be. Around here, and here, and over to there. And of course, there's utilities or stove, microwave, refrigerator as well. So let's quickly go over that. So here, there will be a drawer with a trash can. Here will be a sink, which is where the sink is. We were just talking about that. Here is where the dishwasher is going to go. So basically, trash on one side of the sink, dishwasher on the other. Corner cabinet here, cooktop here. There will be a, you can see it right there, pot filler. So no need to carry the pots over to the sink. Just move the pot filler out. really that wasn't that much more expensive, and as with all this stuff, it's much cheaper to do it now than it would be in the future. So, you know, trying to future-proof the place as much as possible. Narrow cabinet there. There's a Marley. There she is. Watch out. Yeah, you. She's such a scene stealer. Watch out, Marley. Watch out. Watch out. Good girl. Then the oven and microwave go there. And another little bit of cabinet, and the refrigerator is there. Yeah, you can tell I prepped well for this whole thing. I'm a pro. All right, so that's not really a lot of counter space, but that is made up for by a, I think it's a 4x6 foot island here. And you can see the outline of the island penciled in there. And that will have cabinets on this side, I believe. Maybe it'll have a cabinet on this side. I don't remember. But then the other two sides, well, at least this side anyway, will have room for 3 stools, so you know people can sit there. I, you know, thought a bit about making the island longer, but I really wanted the entrance into the main/master suite not to be blocked, going in either direction, obviously. By the island, and if it had come any further this way, it would have really started to block that, and it just didn't feel good with the flow. And in terms of the flow this way, there was some discussion about, you know, how far the island should come this way. You really want a good amount of room on that side so you can have 2 people back to back and it's not crowded. And that kind of pushed the island out, which actually is what in part caused the because originally the cabinetry was ending about there. We, you know, pushing it out here is because then, you know, the flow from the front door just feels quite a bit more natural to me anyway. And so come around island and you come here and it just leads you right to the stairs. So again, it feels quite a bit more natural this way. Yeah. Where's Marley? Where'd she go? Yeah. Yo, stay close. Okay, so I talked about the fireplaces, pointed out where they were going to be. They are now installed. This is the living room fireplace. It is currently working. This insulation and the fireplace working and the hot water couldn't have come at a better time. Although it's nice and clear today, it's been raining quite a bit, and overnight the temperature last night got down to 28. That's Fahrenheit. So just a little bit below 0 Celsius. Sorry, I'm an American. Please forgive me. So this is helping keep the place warm. It's in the mid 40s, I think, right now. It's the middle of the day. Yeah, so that's the first fireplace, the one in the living room, working great, helping keep the place a little bit warmer. Don't want it getting too cold in here. It's not the most energy efficient right now with there being no insulation up there. But there are water pipes throughout the house that have water in them, and a hard freeze would be a very bad thing. So basically just trying to keep the place above freezing to avoid any ruptured pipes until the drywall and the insulation go in, which should happen within the next week if things go to plan. Let's go over to the main/master suite now. Marley, come on. Okay. So here is the other fireplace. This is in the main/master suite. This is mostly all hooked up not completely working just yet, which is good. The cardboard there would be a bad thing if it was. You see all the plumbing. I think most of this was in the last time, but the electrical I don't think was. You know, it was partially through with the rough-in electrical. So now that is all done. One of the things I'm kind of noticing now, and I'm not sure how obvious it is through the camera, it's not super light in here. Now there's no lights on, obviously, and I can make that better by coming over here. And let's get some light. There we go. And that lights things up a little bit. And you know, this is kind of like the challenge of a bedroom. On the one hand, you want your privacy, but it's nice to have lots of light. And really, that's what those high up windows were in part designed for, is to provide light, but also privacy. So this is the pocket door for leading into the bathroom. Well, it's not the door itself, it's what the door will go into. So rotate that around so that it's facing this way, and the door will be here. And so, you know, you get up in the middle of the night, assuming the door is open, it's a straight shot to the toilet, always a good thing. Over here is where the washer and dryer will be going. So I think I've talked about this before. I mentioned the tub just a bit ago. There's the shower over there. So this is all going to be a wet room, all tiled in, so all one unit. Shower head above and shower head on the wall. I guess some people go for 3. 2 seems kind of extravagant to me, so no reason to go any further than that. That's a little heater called a cadet heater. So that will provide a little, some warmth. This is the closet to the main/master suite. And this illustrates one of the reasons why I really wanted these skylights. There's one here and one in the entryway. And during this time of year, we're getting into late October right now, there's not a lot of daylight. The sun is, you know, this is facing north, so the sun is behind us and getting lower and lower in the sky, but this still gives a pretty decent amount of light in the middle of the day. And obviously there'll be electric lights in here. This is the third decade of the 21st century after all. But you know, you won't have to, it won't be necessary during the day anyway, even during the winter, if it's not too cloudy anyway, to turn on the light, and you can just see in here. And I like sunlight, you know, particularly during the winter months. It's nice. Marley, let's go. Come on. Yeah, good girl. Yeah. Is that a wrap, Marley? You're wrapped. You're wrapped. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a wrap.